Hey everybody, welcome to Ronline Report. Today's guest, one of my favorite people. Why? He's so damn smart. They call him the Mind. Milos Sarcev. How are you, Milos?
Good, Ron. We had a little issue this morning, and here 5 minutes later we are talking.
Yeah.
You said save it for a camera, so this is going to be most perfect example of real talk.
Yeah, for sure. So it was you posted something that Bob Ciccarello said in a video about how the posing round should be judged. Was that what he was talking about?
No, he was talking. Okay, here it is. I go back and forth with Bob Ciccarello about him changing or influencing IBB to change the judging, to remove the symmetry round and posing round from well-established judging criteria for many, many years that work just perfectly. Okay, so we don't need a symmetry round. And then today I'm watching this show that he was on with Sean Ray, with the Flex Wheeler, Derek Lansford, and Tariq. And then they were presenting Derek's physique. And he was, wait, stop right there. Stop. Oh, wait it. Because what he wanted to see the silhouette of Derek and said, look at how beautiful this is. This should be judged. It's symmetry, proportion, aesthetics, balance, everything. Oh, hold on a second. Isn't this exactly what I was talking for a gazillion years? And then I mentioned also, let's talk about posing. Now, Bob, you admit you were wrong about symmetry round. Okay, good. You were lost, now you're found. Praise the Lord. Thank you. Now let's talk about posing. And then this is where you jumped in and say you don't think it should ever be judged. And explain.
I want to read what I said, and you had a great response. So I said, I don't think they should ever judge the posing round again. You could have guys with awful physiques, but who are excellent posers, like me. That was me. Should they beat guys with far superior physiques? And then you said, hang on. Where's your response? Oh, man. I didn't delete it. I can't delete from your account.
It is there.
At least you said, Ron, you're ignorant, because that's not what judging the posing round was. I'm basically got it all wrong as far as what the intention.
Okay. So for me, this is very interesting because you're in this for 20 something years, right? Yeah. And you competed and you followed the sports and everything else. And you are under impression, like some, I would say, fools, ignorant people, that, oh, it's a posing, it's choreography, it's a movement.
Yeah.
If this is the case, they can might as well have their clothes on and you're going to just judge the movement. Yeah. It's not about the movement. Joe Weider explained this very, very clearly back in the day when I started. It's judged. What is bodybuilding? It's a physique contest. And we have three distinctive differences in judging the physique. First, when you just look at aesthetic, shape, balance, proportions, beauty, and you do just without posing, hands down, front, side, and back. Beauty of your physique, shape. They tell you, feet together, don't ride a horse like nowadays. It's and you can hear even Jim Mannion and Wayne the Mirror back in the day when they say feet together. And I remember even I had that video with me and Sean Ray at Olympia 97. Hands, arms by your side. You can do all these kind of things. Symmetry, balance, physique round. Let's look for the shape. So by taking away the symmetry round, that by the way takes maybe 10 minutes. It's less than a minute to compare three guys. I have all this old videos. Yeah. Less than a minute. So who wouldn't want to see, Arnold, Sergio, and Serge Nubret in this, or Ronnie J and Cabin, or anybody, right? So back in the day, I remember I did like 8 to 10 symmetry call-outs in one show. I loved it. Beautiful. Oh, just look good standing there. But bodybuilding is about beauty. And now, he was pointing out, Derek, what a beautiful shape. Outstanding. Mm-hmm. I mean, when he came out and spread those wings, that was just king of beauty. Wow, right? Yeah. So here it is. Derek would be winning that round. Okay? Yeah. He would win symmetry round. 100%.
Yeah, agree.
Standing there, front was incredible, back, standing. So, this is just, we are going into that direction. Then it's going to be muscularity and it's going to be judged differently. But symmetry round, it was for aesthetic and balanced guys. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you judge. It should be judged. And look at that clip. Bob Cicherillo himself said it should be judged, even though he suggested not to. Now you jumped into the posing, and you said yourself, very experienced, following the sport. It's about the movement. It was never about the movement. Joe Weider explained. Mandatory poses we chose, those 7 back in the day and now 8, they show every muscle, every group from every angle. This is what judges wanna look. But then posing round, you can present your strengths, your poses, your muscles from your angles that we can see in mandatories. And then I mentioned to you about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Google right now Arnold Schwarzenegger and see how many twisting back shots, whatever poses, one arm, everything. Yeah, anything other than mandatories.
Yeah.
Think of Frank Zane. Think of Serge Nubret. I mean, put this in perspective. How many greats we've been following for so many years, and they all have those beautiful symmetry, signature poses. How many posing routines you do remember, Ron? And who?
From the modern era, I remember.
Modern era.
So I remember like Bob Paris's routines, Lee Labrada's routines, a couple of Lee Haney's routines I remember really well. Rich Gaspari was a good poser too. Barry DeMay. I'm going way back, but
yeah.
So 90s, I'd say like I remember Vince Taylor, because he was one of the first ones to put the dance moves in there. Flex Wheeler, I thought was a really good poser. You were a really good poser. Kevin Levroni. Routines, I can't remember too many specific routines.
Sean Ray and
Sean.
Yeah,
Sean did the same
right
routine for like 20 years, but it was a
right
great
now,
routine.
if you really think, and the other guys that are watching, they can remember exactly. They can remember the music, sequence of poses, all this stuff. Was that a good thing or a bad thing? You see, you can't even remember any of the recent routines, but those stick in your mind. You have that clear picture. Audience enjoyed it. So they took away enjoyment from the audience. They're going to the Olympia show to be entertained, to love what they see. Oh, guys that already did mandatories are coming back for a final show and do mandatories again, just with the music this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we've seen this already. You're not showing us anything new. Now, how many of those routines it's memorable? That's entertainment. But
one.
I mean, I'm kind of blunt, and I said, for me, enthusiast of the sport, I'm passionate about it. I cannot watch from beginning to the end all the guys. It's like, oh my God, just get off the stage, please, now, hurry up. I don't want to see this. You are working it off. You're not enjoying yourself. You're not telling the people, hey, people, let me show you. This is Mr. Olympia. All my life, I'm working for this moment, and I'm going to present to you. You know what? I don't care that they're not judging routines, and I'm not getting the points. I'm representing myself, my sport, my federation, and you guys should enjoy it. Let me give you a spectacle. Instead, everybody is encouraged. Don't worry. So why are they even stepping on a stage? This is equivalent to any sport, with a ball, football, okay, this quarter, you can play, we don't score it. Gymnastics, get on that floor and do, but we're not gonna judge it. Just perform anyway. Hey, bodybuilders, step on the stage, don't worry, we're not judging you. Is this any part of sporting event not being judged or should not be judged? Hey, you are on the most important stage, Olympia stage, and you're doing routine. Let me put it this way. When you understand it's not a movement, it is a muscle and physique, completeness. You do whatever pose. Joe Weider told me, and I said it many times, Milos, what are you doing? Doing a back double biceps in your free posing routine. And I was like, what do you mean? Don't I supposed to do it? I said, no, you're supposed to show your strength, not your weaknesses. Don't do like, back out biceps. Look, people, I have no back and no arms. Oh, I said, well, thanks, Joe. But you made your point. Oh, but this twisting back shot, with the arm in front and all this shit, Dorian, Arnold, this, Labrada thing. Oh, hold on a second. And I have a gazillion signature poses. This is beauty of bodybuilding. So the bottom line is this. Do we want to make better for the audience, better for the sport, and better for the athletes? Should they be judged or shouldn't they be judged? Okay, so it used to be for a reason, and I know that I'm just going to piss off the people, and they're not going to like what I'm saying. But tell me which part that I'm saying is not logical and not truth. Now, you want to bring back the beauty? Okay, should you judge the symmetry round? Would you just want to see people standing there and let me see your balance and shape and aesthetics? Hey, how long does it take? Front, quarter turn to the right, quarter turn to the right, quarter to the other side. See you later. Next. How long does that take?
A couple minutes.
Seconds. That's the first round. And me as a judge now, I had a little bit more time and I could honestly judge the shapes. Okay, that's very important. And it used to be like that. Okay, now muscular round. Okay, so you think, the really people think that I'm a Nick Walker hater, and I want to clarify this. Can you even believe it? I actually got the mail. This
a letter from Nick Walker?
Hold on a second. It is funny because, of course, I get Instagram messages and Facebook messages, all this stuff like, you Nick hater and all this stuff. So, but this tops it off. Like, when was the last time you got the mail?
Who's that from?
I love it. I'm going to save it. Maybe I'm going to even give it to Nick. No. Because he has a passionate fans that saying that I'm a Nick hater. And just because in one interview in front of you, when I asked, how does Nick Walker's physique beat Samson's physique, right? And Jose responded right away, unconditionally, right? You make a point, no problem, right? But I'm not the Nick Walker hater. I love the guy. I'm really loving the guy. He is down to earth, so motivated, inspiring. I absolutely love the guy. As a matter of fact, Nick, if you're watching, you're invited for dinner. But Nick Walker would lose symmetry round to Derek. Okay? Yeah. To Samson. Yeah. No problem. Okay. Let's face it. There is, these are situations. Now, if I'm a judge, I have to consider this. You know what? I'm not going to judge. Oh, yeah, here he beats him, but now we're going to look muscularity. Why not judge shape and then muscularity? Okay, so we've seen these 2 rounds. Now at nighttime, please do something for this audience that is paying you the ticket. Make up this goddamn routine. I mean, you're thinking you will not get a good poser. Well, back in my time, 91, oh shit, it's expected to choreograph routine and not to look like a fool. I'm not looking, this is not a job. This is what I want. I can't wait to show you guys. Right. I would say like, what's his name? Kevin Levrone. He would pose for 10 minutes if you let him, It's not, okay, you should have some limits, but you should enjoy yourself on the stage. You should, I can't wait to present it like Samson Dauda now. I mean, you've seen his routines. Yeah. Hadi Chupin, you can feel the energy and stage presence. I am here. I have something to show you. Please look at me. Most of the other guys, I mean, you heard, and I don't want to mention the names because then they'll always take it personal. But many of those guys, I don't like to pose. I don't practice posing. You said it yourself. You're not going to eat the chicken breast on the stage. You're not going to do the squats and bench presses and shoulder presses and curls.
Yeah.
you're gonna goddamn pose. I mean, that's the nature of the sport.
Yeah. I want to comment, but I need to know who wrote that letter, Milos.
I don't know. I mean,
How did they get your address? That's a scary thing.
They sent it to the gym that I'm
okay.
from, Powerhouse.
Good.
Powerhouse.
All right. Well, here's
and
my.
It's super bad writing, and of course, it's not even signed. But I love it. I love it. And I just I had a now chance because we're on this show to present it and to clarify. For all the people that said I'm Nick Walker hater, I absolutely love the guy. I didn't release because I didn't talk to him if he's okay. I have a posing session when I was showing him posing, but he didn't post it, so I didn't want to post out of respect until he lets me. I tried to make a difference. And listen, he is one of the guys that's going to be fighting for a title and possibly even win it. And if there's anything I can help him with, I would. I just don't understand people being so sensitive. I tell Jay Cutler in his podcast, hey, Jay, 2007, you didn't deserve to win. And even your mother would not give you the first place, okay? At the same time, Ronnie Coleman was asking me all this after the show because he knew that I was telling him the truth. 2001, I told him, listen, Jay beat you. If you ask me, does it mean it's a better bodybuilder? That day, he beats you. And, so we were talking about Chris Cormier or something, and Jay Cutler was making fun. I said, look, Chris was better bodybuilder than me. I'm not afraid to say it. But I got him a couple of times, right? I was at my best, he was, and all this stuff. So when you consider these kind of things, so you tell me, how did Lila Brada beat Nick Walker last year, and that Samson Duda on the same basis could not beat him this year? Put this in perspective. Was Hunter Labrada in better condition than last year that Samson was this year?
No. And
Samson was 290 something on the stage with no weaknesses and shit happening.
Yeah, it's better presentation. He's better poser, Samson, but he's got a great physique. It's nothing against Hunter, but he's just got such beautiful shape, such a rare combination of that size with that shape and the round muscle bellies and the little tiny waist. He beats him in various categories. But I want to just go back to the posing before I forget. I want to say, when I say I don't feel it should be judged, what I mean by that is I don't think it should be enforced. I think everyone who's a professional bodybuilder who's stepping on a stage, especially at the level of an Olympia, should have enough pride in what they do and have enough passion about bodybuilding to want to really display their physique as well as possible. Mandatory poses, that's all you get to do during the daytime. Now is your chance. If you have some really cool poses, this is the chance to shine and show them and really put some nice transitions, make it really cool so people remember your routine and people clap and people get excited. Why would you not do that? I don't think they should be forced to do that. They should all want to do that. But I guess they don't all want to, because half of the guys, they do a bunch of crabs. They go to this side of the stage, hit a crab, that side of the stage, hit a crab, a double by. They do this to the ears and then they're done. And I'm like,
they can't wait. They can't wait to finish it. Yeah. And so are we in the audience. We can't wait for you to walk off because you didn't put the goddamn minute in the preparation of that. Yeah. And you said they should want it. They should want it. Well, they should be judged on it. And let me put it this way. Once you're judged, okay, you're going to think twice. Oh, shit, I'm going to lose the show because I was lazy ass and didn't want to, present my physique. I should want to do that. So let me rewind here a little bit. When you say you shouldn't be judged, but they should want to do it.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
And if you think, and you're a reporter for gazillion years, and everybody else is thinking that way, hold on a second. Okay. It's a culmination. There was pre-judging and now there's the finals. And many guys are just coming to see the finals.
Right.
Okay, they don't even see the prejudging. And now what? The best bodybuilders in the world, and I'm going to invite some people from outside our business. Okay, sit with me and watch. Oh, this is my sport. This is bodybuilding. And then guy comes there and do what you just said. Stick the tongue out, walks left and right, do the most muscular, and that's it. With the gut out and show this. What I'm going to say to these people, right? Or you have Vince Taylor, bring the house down, or Melvin Anthony, or Lee Labrada, and Bob Paris, and you're just like, you can't take the eyes off. You say, well, let me rewind it. I can't wait to go home and rewind this routine. Oh my God, when sequence of poses, everything makes perfect sense. Everything flows. You're like, oh shit, this is bodybuilding, okay? But by the time they come at night, judges already had a chance to first judge them on the symmetry, balance, aesthetics, shape. Okay, they already saw it. They had a score sheet. This is what it is. Sorry, Nick, you lost symmetry round to this, and that. Oh, you lost. Okay, no problem. Now here's muscularity round. And boom, 8 muscularity poses. I can see all the poses that you want. Check, check, check. Okay, we know that also. So we already now know that symmetry muscularity round is done. We know where you're at. Okay, now let's see if somebody can edge out somebody else by presenting something else we haven't seen. Not the goddamn movement entertainment factor like King Kamali and stuff like that. I was saying this before. As much as I loved it, he bring the house down. Yeah. But I commented this one Arnold Classic. He didn't hit the 5 poses. Yeah, he was dancing, shaking ass, and doing all this kind of stuff, which was entertaining as hell. Right. And people loved it. But me as a judge said, which pose could I possibly judge you on? And if I'm a photographer, I can't snap a single shot of you because you got this out and you give me all these angles, right? Yeah. But okay, so to put the point here, choreograph routines that show your physique to your best strengths, and you show biceps in a different way and the chest in a different way and every single muscle that you have, then maybe you can really hit it perfectly in the mandatory poses. Okay, and judges going to see, like Arnold, we talk about, Arnold never did a side triceps pose. I would pay for a picture. Actually, I've seen one or two.
I've never seen one.
That was by accident. I don't even know how he got away with it, right? That, they're calling it side triceps. Look at the 1980 Olympia. He did a twisting back, side chest. And all that. He didn't even do the side triceps. Wow. Yeah. I mean, but you say, should or shouldn't be judged. So in any sport, should athletes come on the field for whatever period of time, everybody's watching, world is watching, and they're not being judged on what they performed. That's nonsense, okay? Secondly, as we say, if you are honest, we are bored to tears with many of those routines.
That's true.
Are we?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I don't want to say this,
I'm
but
sitting there like,
I wish there is a fast forward button, and okay, next, and look at back in the 90s. Everybody that came on the stage performed. It's like, wow, jaw dropping, like, wow, that was cool. I mean, I would go against the guys and I go on the side to look at their routines. I mean, I'm supposed to be ready, to compete right after. I wanted to see their routines. I loved it. I mean, if you love bodybuilding, how can you not love posing? On that note, all these pros, and yourself, you said it, you don't like posing.
I know, I love posing. Me personally, I loved it.
Oh, I thought it you said no.
But no, I was a great poser. Not a great bodybuilder, but I was a great poser.
Oh, I got it wrong then. I got it wrong. Good. Yeah. Good. So you enjoyed yourself on the stage.
Oh, yeah.
But you understand? You heard from a pro bodybuilder, Olympic competitors, I don't like to pose. What is your job? Pro bodybuilder. What do you pro bodybuilders do? What? Oh, they're supposed to go on the stage and be judged by how they pose.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can deadlift 1,000,000 pounds and you can do this and you can do that. You can eat 6 meals and this dry chicken breast. And everything, but you didn't spend 15 minutes daily on posing, or 1 hour, or maybe 2 hours, like back in the day, some people did.
Yeah.
Okay. And now when you're already posing, explore all the angles, all the fingers, looking left, right, straight, smile, not smile, like, John Brown back in the day. Yeah. I mean, it's transition and a sequence of the poses. And when you just move, and you look at it. Nowadays, you can see them thinking, oh, what is the pose I'm going to hit next?
It's terrible.
And then, you're tired, you're a little bit lightheaded, you don't even remember. And then you just do your most musculars and frontal bicepses and forget about the abs.
Yeah, no. So I mean, you make a point. Now I realize that years ago, when the posing round was judged, it did force everybody, whether they liked it or not, they had to be at least a competent poser, have a choreographed routine. They had to put some effort into it. Once they took that away, you get more and more guys just getting lazy and completely ignoring that aspect and not worrying so much about presentation. As long as they can hit the mandatories, they think they're good. As long as they can just rip through, just, put one of my favorite songs on. I'll just think of a few poses, nothing planned, nothing choreographed. So if we have to mandate it, make them do it by putting it back into the judging as a category, I guess they're going to have to up their game and start, whether they like it or not, they're going to have to start becoming better posers.
But here, on that note, because you said it yourself here on that Instagram post, I posted like about a month ago, Hungary Grand Prix and judging score sheets, again, to just present it in a symmetry round. I was way ahead, Lee Priest was way behind, and shit. And then Lee Priest ended up like third, and I was sixth. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But then I posted for Bob. And Bob, of course, bit on it and said, look, like, how can Paul Dillette beat Vince Taylor in the posing round? Like, in which universe? Excuse me? Because you're saying again, like you, oh, but Vince is way better poser. The point that I'm trying to make, they're not judging choreography and posing abilities. It's a physique round, and you're judging physique. And Paul Dillette was better than Vince Taylor in this show, even if he didn't show perfect routine. It is a physique round. Okay, so for everybody who's watching here, and they're gonna, maybe comment and say what I'm talking about. Each round is physique round. The sport is called bodybuilding, okay? And you're representing what you built your body on, and how is your shape, symmetry round, muscularity, all the development, and then how you present and what you also want to present, because now you have a freedom of doing anything you want. It's physique rounds 3 ways.
I agree.
And, just think about it. So now, because powers to be, they're going to be maybe mad at me, but what I said, am I telling the truth? Can you explain me? Is it easier to just judge all around, everything, because that's how they say, it's just overall impression. Okay. So when I try to do this and I'm looking, well, my overall impression is, yeah, symmetry, wow, what a balance, what V taper, what a great physique Derek has, right? And then, what crazy muscularity Nick Walker has. Okay, but then I'm gonna milk it down just like by which criteria. Why don't you clarify it? Here is a symmetry round, and then here's muscularity. But I'm gonna tell you here. So in symmetry round, what probably happened before, let's say Nick would not even make a top 10.
Wow.
Possibly, right?
Yeah.
Which would be too much of the gap. So I understand that. And then muscularity could even win, right?
Yeah.
And then how do you judge that? So I think that this is how they modified it. And so now, a little bit of both. But either way, symmetry and muscularity probably cannot be changed, and they're going to keep it that way. But now let's bring point of this conversation, posing. Should you allow any athlete in any sport to say, okay, just come on stage, you're not going to be judged?
Apparently not.
You have to be judged. Okay, you have to be judged, and that's going to increase performance and value and entertainment and quality, and everybody's going to work that much harder for it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I would, like I said, I think I had too much faith in, I figured because I always place such a value on presentation, the posing routine, all that, I always just assumed everyone else did. And clearly I was completely off base on that, because you have a lot of people that put zero practice into their posing.
Hey, I have many clients, and I would say, okay, you have a routine? Nope. I say, excuse me, what do you mean? You're going to step on and say, you don't have a routine? No, he's just going to improvise. Like you said, I'm going to play the music and just go with it.
Yeah.
And this is how you want to represent yourself. And this is how you want to represent the sport and the federation, the whole, and your fans. You want them to see you in unprepared or prepared, polished self. I mean, seriously. And why is this nobody, talking about it?
Yeah. We're talking about it. Well, you got the discussion started. You're always just trying to make the sport better. I hope everyone understands that. You're not a hater. You're not bitter. You love the sport more than just about anybody I've ever met. And you still have that passion for it after 40 years in the game. So, I like listening to you. I like when you come up with whether it's the powers that be want to hear this or not, or whether they're going to, at least we got a discussion going here. And
I called you ignorant. I posted that you're ignorant. And you know that I love you. It has nothing to do. But now to ask you this question.
Yeah.
If you think of the fans, okay, do you want to bring better sport to the fans, or you're going to say, okay, let them get away with it. Let's put the pressure down, and you just do whatever. You're not going to be judged.
No, I mean, it's
for the love of God.
You're at the Olympia. Some of those people were paying thousands of dollars for the seats way, way up front. These people came from all over the world, a lot of money. They want to see a show. They don't want to see somebody come out there and just hit 3 poses over and over again and then, wave goodbye. When people don't have, I could be okay with people if they tried to have a good routine, but they just said, no, not everyone's going to be a great poser. It's just not something that comes to people, even with practice sometimes. But at least if they made an effort, there would still be a choreographed routine and some transitions. And you could see that it was thought out and planned, and they tried. They really wanted to put on a good show.
But here is another, let me be devil's advocate. What are we talking about? Running the marathon for 2.5 hours or something, doing a 90-minute, a soccer game. You're doing 2-3 minutes at the most, 3 minutes routine. And your job is only to present what you have, what you built, what you want to show, and what you work your lifetime for to look that way for yourself and, for your fans and, to be a bodybuilder. Right. You don't want to present it. And if you want to present it, you're just going to do whatever. Oh, play the music and I'll just, do my yawn pose.
Yeah. No, I mean,
we're talking about 15 poses, 20 poses. Right. You can't master 20 poses. You know what I mean? I'm in that fucked up mood, so I'm going to tell you. So, how many times I could do this? Something up, something down. Here, one side, other side, twisting back, here, or this one, that one. Or you go to the side, doesn't matter. You turn around. There's sequence of poses, right? Yeah. You go one side, you go the other side. You go here, you go here. You go here, everything have to make sense. Yeah. Boom, 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 right? You have to make sense. What you see on the stage is they go here, boom.
Now what do I do?
And then, oh no, change my mind.
Yeah. It's the
You're
worst.
supposed to flow, right?
Yeah. No, it's
So-
when you can see that they don't know what to do next. It's so awkward. I'm like, oh, he has no
Yeah.
routine.
Actually, I fucked up in the morning. In one moment, I fucked up because I was all excited. But you know what I mean? You're going to the stage, you're going to do 20 poses maximum. Is it? Think about it. You know, if you present 20, that's it. So how can you connect 20 poses? So to everybody who's listening, what do you want to present your best? Do your best poses only. Okay. Like Joe Wither told me, don't do the back double biceps, you suck. Okay. All right. So, and what you see also, people come and do some whatever pose, it means nothing. If you have a chance to present 10 poses only, what do you pick? The 10 most perfect poses and structure them, you know, to, you know, something front, something sides, other side, back, you know, structure that they flow. Once you get that rhythm, right, then you can tweak around. Okay, there is this pose, and now you can stand up, or whatever. Yeah. But it is, many judges also, like us, they don't want to look routine. I hear competitors, they're looking at the judges table, the judges didn't even look at me. Yeah. I said, of course, I didn't look at you either, you know, because you suck. Okay, but if you're presenting something that was great, you're gonna capture their attention, right? So the best poses first. Don't relax on the stage and don't waste the move on the stage. It's only 2-3 minutes performance. Yeah. How hard is to put 2-3 minute performance? And then you can probably do every year the same thing, just with different music. Doesn't matter. You just change a little something. Yeah. Anyway.
Last question before you go. What was your personal favorite posing performance? What show do you feel, wow, that was just the, if you could remember your career from one posing routine, what would it be?
Yeah, I like my Amino, and that's from Era. So I did it 98 and 99. 98 I did, but I changed a little bit. I didn't perfect it. 99 I did it again at Ironman. And Arnold Classic is just like, you can never see any Arnold Classic footage. I don't know why, you know. You can never find any Arnold Classic footage from anywhere.
The older stuff.
But yeah, for me, you were saying sometimes you hear the music and instantly you have your posing routine, right?
Yeah.
It is, you know, so wide. You know, human eye goes with the movement, right? So if I go this double biceps or this, it's a big difference, right? If I go down here or if I go down here, you know, things like that. So it has to be that, but also it's sometimes irritating if you repeat that 10 times. So you can't do this. Many guys do this, whoop, and then again, and then again. Oh, okay, now this is, you know, a little bit too much.
Yeah, you know, what's funny is I think anybody who loves posing the way we do, every song you ever hear, no matter where you are, in the back of your mind, you're always like, that'd be a good posing song, even if you've been retired for years.
Yeah, or of course, when I hear the music, I remember, oh, Kevin did this, or Chris Cormier was phenomenal poser. You see, people don't even mention, but Chris was phenomenal. Okay, Kevin, I do believe that he improvised on the stage.
He did,
you know, but doesn't matter that he improvised. He was so good that yeah, improvised for me for 30 minutes. I'll watch you. Sean was a phenomenal poser, yeah, and very artistic, and yeah, it's one of those guys that if you see him pose, okay, here's how it is. If you see the routine and you want to watch from beginning to the end, or you after 10 seconds you're gonna flip to the next YouTube, you know, this is your answer. Yeah, you know, and this is what we used to have, and right now did you rewatch the routines? Okay, here, before you even answer, I guarantee you maybe watched the prejudging and comparisons, but you didn't watch a single routine.
Nope.
Of course.
Nope.
Who does it?
No, I mean, they're not that great anymore. So,
yeah. But if I would watch, from 91, Vince Taylor's first time robot routine, right?
Yeah.
And everybody, Bob Paris, goddamn 88, Olympia, when he did lay down, what was it?
Bang, Bang, Bang by Cher?
No. That was different. I love that. I posted on my Instagram. But Shannara O'Connor,
Nothing compares to you. Yeah.
Yeah, this one. There is so many routines, Lila Brada's routines. I mean, I would say probably that I would give nod to Lila Brada as a overall best poser, because he did more routines than anyone else.
Yeah.
They were all fantastic. Not a single one was boring.
He had a cool style where Lee could go slowly, and he could also do that faster style, the really dramatic, fast snap, the way similar to like Franco Colombo's style, where there's a lot of poses in a short amount of time, but they were all just like very on the beat, dramatic. Lee's one of the greatest for sure.
Yeah, but you have to keep this also in mind that maybe a lot of people don't. I had visible weaknesses. I can be, showing my arms that I don't have. So you have to hide your weaknesses and show your strengths, right? Yeah. So there's many poses I couldn't do because I didn't have it. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to tell the guys. I mean, emphasize your strengths.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't be doing there's many guys that are doing the poses, but this is the pose that you should never do, even if they put the gun on you,
Oh,
so
man.
Pick your poses wisely.
Yeah, cool. Well, on that note, Milos, I thank you for doing this very, very last minute. We didn't plan this at all. We just had a beef on Instagram and we worked it out here on our YouTube channel. But great catching up with you. And yeah, man, I'll be in touch because I was wondering, man, because I see you doing all these other interviews. I'm like, man, I want to interview Milos again. I want to talk to Milos again soon. So thanks for making it happen sooner than I thought.
You know that I love to talk, especially I'm passionate about bodybuilding. But conclusion of this, now you, Ron Harris, that were under the impression that the posing routines were about who poses best wins. Yep. It's not who poses best, who presents their physique, that you can now judge their physique and capture something that you didn't in mandatory poses. Yeah. It's a physique round. It's not posing round. It's just because now, you have to say symmetry. It's not symmetry. Symmetry is left and right side. Yeah. Right? It is, but that's what it's called. And then muscularity. It's not just muscularity. This is how they call the rounds. So the posing round was called posing round because you have a ability to pose your ass off with the music that you want, and but it's not posing. I forgot.
They used to call it free pose, the free posing round.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
there was Russo or whatever. Some bodybuilder back in that times. He just had no muscle. Yeah, he had a great routine. He can do, something on a stage. It's not choreography and dance. If you have arms like this and flamingo legs and stuff like that.
God.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? Who's this? Huh? Who are you talking about?
You remember? I mean, I don't know. Somebody when I get in that argument with Bob Cicarilla, and I think that maybe he mentioned the name, like, he could be Mr. Olympia. No, he was a good performer, and he used to do like
shorter guy?
Hat, like Michael Jackson.
Kenny Jones.
No, Kenny Jones.
No,
Kenny Jones. Jones.
He was a pro. Are you thinking of a guy that's not even an IFBB pro?
No, not IFBB pro.
I know exactly who you mean. He's a thinner guy. Yes.
Is this Russ Testo? I think.
Russ Testo. Yes.
Russ Testo.
Great poser. Not a big dude. No.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm like Arnold. I just see the Arnold saying it for Boomstad. So I'm also, for me, you is you,
Boomstad.
So when I look at this behind you, for me, it's muscular. It's not muscular. because I still don't understand really English. How can you sometimes be you and sometimes a, and how MIL can be milk or mile. So they call me Milos. I mean, what the hell? But anyway, so Russ Testa, yeah, for example.
Russ, we love it. I love you, Russ.
Yeah,
That
of
was
course I
nothing
love him.
personal. It was nothing
Great
personal.
performer. But the message was he could not be Mr. Olympia. He could have win posing round. Hey, it's not posing that's being judged. Anyway.
Well, I was ignorant, but now I am not, thanks to Milos Sarcev. You informed me. I totally changed my viewpoint on that. And I do think it's a good idea to bring back judging for the posing round, just to force these guys to be professionals in every aspect and entertain the crowd and present themselves better. It's only going to make the sport better for everybody. So let's see if it happens.
It's not going to happen, but at least
it could happen. Don't jinx it. It might happen. If we keep talking about it, maybe. You never know.
All right.
Oh, good Lord. All right. Well, thanks, Milos, so much for doing this. Follow him at Milos Sarcev on Instagram. And of course, his YouTube channel, Milos Sarcev. Great stuff on there. A lot of training tips you can pick up from the mastermind himself. And that's it. Thanks for watching Ronline Report. Subscribe, like, share, comment, do all that. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hey, did you like that video? Smash that like button, subscribe to MD, and please comment down below. Thanks for watching.